all hard. We all hurt. We all hard.
What is good, YouTube? It's your boy All Hard back. No, I'm done. All right. It's your boy All Hard back again with another video. Today starts the 25 days of Christmas. I don't really celebrate holidays, but I know everybody else does. So I figured I'd give you a gift for the holidays. So I met this woman in New Mexico. Her name was Delilah. I ain't gonna give you all her information. I ain't trying to have people out there stalking Shorty. But she had asked me kind of like what it's like doing my journey, like some of the trials and tribulations I go through. And I was like, that'd be a fire idea. So here we are. But I'm gonna make a smoothie while we do it. I got the lime. Let me get the rest of the ingredients. We'll be back at it. So we got the coconut water, got the ginger. I usually do an avocado, but we don't got an avocado, so we're gonna use like this whole avocado stuff. This is our base, and cacao. I would usually do a banana, but I forgot to bring one. Where's the cinnamon? Where's the cinnamon? First trial and tribulation I ran into in this whole journey of just trying to do my own thing, we'll just say it that way to put it simply, is perfectionism. I'd say that's like the biggest thing that kind of like held me back for a while. And that's why like it took me so long to even really do this channel, is because originally I was like, oh, I need to get good at editing, and I need to get good at shooting videos, and I need to get good at this, and I need to get good at that. And essentially all I was really doing is making excuses. So a year went by, 2 years went by, 3 years went by. Next thing you know, still ain't have no channel. I was kind of partially working on these things, but it wasn't like I was really like honed in every day, putting in an hour on each one of those things. So I was like, you know what? Bunk it. Let's just do this. So I hope you guys can see. So like, there we go. Yeah. All right. So I would say that was probably like the biggest thing, is just like not so much worry about like obviously I wanted to put out good content, but I was like more so worried about just kind of doing it, like, if that makes sense. Like I feel like that sounds shitty, but like I feel like sometimes you got to put out shitty content to get to good content. And I guess that's the best way to put it, is like I just stopped really worrying about like, well, does this look professional or blase, and just really just worried about like getting the information out there, like, and not really cared about like how it looks, or you know what I mean, like my transitions or my editing. Like it's, I mean, you know what I mean, like you guys get the point. It's not like all that fancy shit really. That fancy shit makes it look more professional. It makes it more like cool, but like other than that, like it's not really doing nothing. So I just looked at it as like, well, I gotta just start doing stuff. People shit. So like a big thing for me was like realizing like, not so much I had to cut people off, but I just couldn't really kick it with people how I was kicking it before, because they weren't really aligning with what I was trying to do in life. Like they were still my homies and they were still my bros, or like they were still females that I might have messed with, but like they weren't, that connection wasn't there like it used to be, because of where I was, you know what I mean? Like I just was doing different things in my life, and I was just living my life a different way. So like it's not like I chalked all those people. I gotta cut with the lime. All right. It wasn't like those people were dead to me or anything. It was just like I had to, oh my goodness, I had to stop like just kicking it with them as much. You know what I mean? I had to take more time to myself. That was probably a big thing too, is like realizing I needed like alone time and like my own time to just do my own thing, and not really be like surrounded by people 365 like I used to be. Because it's kind of like Dolph said in his TikTok, in that TikTok, like, or in that interview, like, how you gonna think when you got a whole bunch of motherfuckers around you talking all the time? You know what I mean? Like, you can't really think like that, because you, like, I don't know, like, and I don't mean it as like you can't think when people are talking. I just mean like it's truly hard to concentrate and to like come up with ideas and think outside of the box when someone else is just constantly talking to you, or you're constantly surrounded by people and they're not talking about what you want to talk about. Now, if they were talking about what I want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, then it kind of worked out in my favor, because then it's like I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm kicking it with somebody I fuck with, and then I'm also gaining information or ideas to execute on later on at a later time. There'll be someone out there who has this issue where like You know what I mean? Like, you're a cool person. You really don't go out of your way to fuck with nobody, like put anyone down or anything. So it's like, if someone don't fuck with you, like they look bad because it's like, well, damn, why don't you fuck with him? Like, he don't do nothing to nobody. He just, you know what I mean? He's just worried about himself and trying to heal the world and help people. So I felt like a lot of times, like, I had a lot of that, like, I don't like to say hate because, like, I feel like that shit's overused, but, like, I guess, like, I peeped the envy and the jealousy on people's breath, on their tongues when they spoke, you know what I mean? With, like, the comments about, like, my little business or my little YouTube channel, or, you know, the big thing, I guess, another big, like, a thing that goes along with that is, like, everyone's so fixated on money that, like, people, like, when I quit my job to really just hone in on, like, art and YouTube and, like, my brand, everyone was like, well, you need to work, like, you need to work. And it's like, well, if I work, I don't really have the time to put into this like I want to. I don't have the time to come up with ideas and execute, and, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, like, you might have, like, your little work schedule and whatnot, and that might be cool, but, like, no matter what, that's going to affect you some way or another. So, like, I just felt like that, it was, I don't know, because I was trying to do both, and it just wasn't really working that way. You know what I mean? So that was, like, a big thing, like, quitting my job, because then a lot of people were looking at me sideways, like, what are you doing? But what people don't understand is, like, money is energy just like anything else. So as long as you have, you know, as long as you understand that and you know how to apply that, like, it's not really a big deal. Like, I don't stress about money. Money's my best friend. Money's my homie. Money's my girl, my bro. Like, money looks out for me and I look out for money. You know what I mean? So I don't really care about that. I'm not, there's a scarcity mindset and then there's an abundant mindset. And I'm rocking with the abundant mindset. You feel me? So I'd say that was, like, a big thing, like, having people close to you that you would want to support you or love you, or, you know what I mean, kind of be there with you through your what you got going on. Kind of, like, I wouldn't say so much turning their back, but more so just kind of like downplaying you. The big thing is, like, teaching yourself all this. You know, I didn't have no one to teach me how to run a business. I don't have anyone to teach me, like, family wise. Like, my dad didn't, she didn't, my cousins, you know what I mean? I didn't have anyone that was like, hey, like, this is what you got to do, this is what you don't do. Like, this is all trial and error. So, like, yeah, there's going to be points where, like, I might not necessarily be as successful as I'd like, and I might stumble, but, you know, part of stumbling is part of running, you know what I mean? When you're a kid and you learn to walk, there's going to be times when you fall, but what do? You get back up and you keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We keep it moving. I'm a pay attention to my faults, so I know how to move around it next time or later in life, so I don't make that same mistake. But at this point, like, you gotta be willing to fall. It's like Gary Vee said. Like, I've been saying it so much, but, like, that's so real, and that's partially why I push myself so hard lately. Like, you gotta be willing to fall. You gotta fall in love with failure, so that it doesn't even affect you. So that you almost, like, when failure happens, it's like, whatever. All right, that's cool. What went wrong? You analyze it, reflect on it, and then move forward from it. So then all right, cool. I know what I did wrong. I know what happened. I know what caused it. Something that was kind of surprising to me was, like, the lack of support. Like, now, don't get me wrong. I don't expect, like, oh shit, that's a lot of turmeric. I'll put a little bit more in there. I don't expect everyone to just drop everything and drop hundreds of dollars on my paintings, or, you know what I mean, repost all my stuff or whatever. But I was definitely kind of surprised by, like, the way people spoke about what I was doing. Like, you know, going from a life of, I don't want to say a life of crime, because it wasn't even that deep. Falling victim to the system. Nah, I don't even like to say that either. Playing into the system. I'll say that. Playing into the system and doing what the system wants you to do, and then trying to revert and change your life and do better. I was surprised by how many people were, like, not applauding me or cheering me on. Like, I guess, like, not so much that I, like, needed it, but I kind of, like, I guess in a way I kind of expected it. I kind of thought, like, people would be like, yo, like, I love what you're doing, or blah, blah, blah. But really, like, a lot of people don't, because they not doing it, and they being stagnant. You know what I mean? Like, when you're in a place of constant growth and constant learning and constant evolution, you know, and the people around you aren't, you're kind of, in a way, you're making them look bad. And you know what, when I say that, don't take it personal. Don't be like, well, I can't do what I gotta do. Nah, that means you just gotta go harder. And maybe that means you gotta cut that, like, move those people out of your life to the level that they are, to make room for new people that are gonna fit into your plan. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's a lot. It's been an interesting journey. It's been really cool. The biggest thing I would say is, like, strangers are gonna support you majority of the time, at least in my experience. Strangers supported me more than, like, the people closest to me. And I just had this conversation with somebody in my family about how, like, what they said about buying my painting, like, they had made statements like, oh, I bought this painting from you, but I could have bought this. And then I had met, to the other people that didn't know me prior and bought paintings, like, I remember this one lady said this, and it really, like, lightened me. It really made me feel good about myself in a way that I didn't even know, that I wasn't even really thinking. But she was like, I bought your paintings because I know you're going to be big one day and you're going to blow up. And I know that myself, but for someone else to notice that when no one else really is close to you, that really, it hits home, because you're like, damn, like, you really believe in me, and you don't even know me. You know what I mean? You don't know nothing about me. You just know I do this. And you believe in me wholeheartedly. And people close to me are, like, doubting me. They ain't got no faith. They don't believe in me. And that shit, like, I guess that was something that really was, like, not hard, but something that I really had to, like, move through. Like, that shit hurts. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, when your friends or your family or maybe you have a significant other, I really didn't have that much of an issue with that, because right now I'm, single and just doing my own thing. But that shit hurts. Like, the people you I guess expect, or you would think would look out and support you, or just even words of encouragement, they don't. And then strangers do it, and it's like, whoa, like, it kind of makes you, like, zealous, or, like, hate the people that are close to you, because it's like, damn, like, what the fuck's up? Like, y'all don't fuck with me, y'all don't rock with me the same way, like, what's good? But it's not even that. It's, I've learned through this journey, especially through this last year, that, like, nothing's personal. It's about the other person. So it's not about me, it's about them. It's alright. I feel like a banana would have made it, or like it needs something. It's missing something. I don't know. It's not hitting like I thought it would. The whole thing about, like, family and friends not supporting you to the level that you would think, it definitely helps you become more, like, self-reliant and self-pushing, or self-motivating, or like, I don't know, like, it's kind of like you get to a point where, like the point I'm at now, it's like, well, if you don't believe me, then fuck you. Or not fuck you, but, like, you just got to go over there, because I don't want that around me. I still got love for you. I still respect you. I still care about you, but you ain't caring, respecting, loving me the way that I'm loving you, so you can go over there with that. You know what I mean? It's not hate. I'm not cutting you off, but I just got to remove you from around me, because you ain't going hard for me like I'm going hard for you. You know what I mean? This isn't for the weak. You know what I'm saying? I'm a warrior of the light. I'm a warrior of my life. I'm the creator of my path. I'm destined for this. I'm destined for greatness. So I gotta go through pressure. I gotta go through pain. I gotta go through what some people would consider hell, but in all reality, I'm living in heaven. I'm living the life. I love this life, because just like I told my mom last night, I'm gonna make it. This is destined. This is in here. This is out here. This is in here. It's out here. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm a really change lives. I'm a really heal the world. I'm a really be, like, a whole, like, bigger than I probably even thought I was. And this ain't even on no egotistical stuff, but this is just me being real, because I realize the impact that I have on people. I realize the effect that I have on people. I realize how much my presence impacts people. I've realized how much my thought process and the way that I live life and my positivity impacts people and helps elevate people to recognize who they are and what they've been capable of. I've helped women that weren't capable of having children prior to meeting me have children. Like, I've in a way performed miracles that I don't really speak too highly of because I'm just serving my purpose. I don't really care to flex or be like, oh, I've done this. Like, it's just what it is. It's who I am. And I think that because of that, it's like this. When you shining so bright, it don't matter if another motherfucker in the room shining bright. If they ain't shining as bright as you, they might feel some type of way. But I've learned to like understand that and try to like help people through that. You know what I mean? Like if you feeling some type of way because I'm in the room, that means that don't got nothing to do with me. That got something to do with you. That means that you're insecure about something or another, or you feel like you got to be the main person in the room at all times, and that's an issue. You know what I mean? Because if you ain't allowing other motherfuckers to take the spotlight, then what's the point? Because that's why I even did this. Like I was explaining to my mom too. Is like this is all about financial independence, financial freedom. Like not just for me, but everyone around me. Like the way I want to get to, the way it's gonna get to is like where I'm gonna be able to be like, hey, bro, like I know you working that job and you ain't trying to do that shit. Like come over here, I'll pay you this, and you can just do this shit, and it's gonna be a lot easier than what you're doing, and you're gonna get paid more, and you're gonna be working with your bro. You know what I mean? So it's just gonna be like I'm going so hard, not just for me, but other motherfuckers. But it's the weight's not on my shoulders because I'm guided. I'm walking with light. I'm walking with consciousness, and I'm walking with the dark too because I'm at a point now where I gotta understand like I gotta take the reins of darkness and control that with the light because that's my power as well. So that's all I really got for y'all today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried to do something different, you know what I mean? I didn't want to just talk in front of the camera. I've been trying to do a bunch of different things, try new things, and see what you guys really like and what you don't like. So if there's something you want to see and I didn't do it yet, let me know. If you got an idea for this month or next month or just in general, let me know. Thumbs up, subscribe, turn the bell on, share, tell your friend, post this everywhere on your shit so that I can help post your you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Peace, love, all heart.